From now on, when you watch YouTube on your television, you'll see 30-second ads that you can't skip. The news is real and it's more serious than you think because this could just be the tip of the iceberg. Pay attention, say goodbye to skipping. Announcement: YouTube is imposing 30-second ads on television. Google has started the global rollout of mandatory 30-second ads for its app on televisions. The measure aims to make the streaming experience identical to traditional cable television. In other words, the traditional commercial breaks are coming back. That's what YouTube is aiming for. Just imagine that. This is no joke, but be careful. I'm sure many of you are wondering, wait, who even uses television? I'm just calmly watching from my phone, from my computer, but relax, a lot of people watch YouTube content on television. In fact, just so you get an idea, please pay attention, these are my statistics, just take a look. 40.9% of the people who watch my videos do so from their phones, while 38% watch from television. That's just crazy. That's why I really prioritize the quality of the studio, how everything looks, the lighting, the microphone, and all those kinds of things. Because I know there are a lot of people who watch my videos from their television. Now, from the computer, it's 17.3%, and from the tablet, it's 3.7%. So, the vast majority of people watch me either from their phone or from the television, and that's pretty significant. So now, people who watch YouTube from their television will have 30-second ads that can't be skipped. They're mandatory ads now. I hope that if those ads can't be skipped, at least they're only at the beginning and end of each video. I think that would be the fairest, don't you think? We'll see what YouTube decides. But be careful, because those aren't the only ads that will appear on television. Pay attention to this craziness. Mandatory ads on your television. Note, this isn't related to YouTube, so please pay attention.
Can you imagine paying €1,000 for a smart television and getting ads every time you turn it on? Well, Hisense has just lost their mind.
It seems like a movie.
Users of this brand and some others are reporting on Reddit that when they select broadcast television channels, they're forced to watch ads without being able to skip them.
It's crazy. How can this be possible? Look, I can still understand the case of YouTube, right? Obviously, YouTube is a service. It has to maintain servers and all that kind of stuff. That seems more understandable to me. But how is it possible that a television which you paid for shows you ads? It's just completely crazy. It's simply absurd.
The worst part is that besides being a feature you can't disable anywhere.
You can't disable it.
Is it making the system slower because it's processing ads instead of the content you want to see?
That's crazy. It can't be possible. What a lack of respect.
But is there any solution?
YouTube, subscribe to Technonauta and help us hit 10 million.
They put their ads on us. By the way, I'll put mine too. Subscribe to Astro Recargado.
It's a new mode of their operating system, Vita, in partnership with Nexon, an advertising company that shows native ads on televisions.
Not in an app, on the television itself, the one that's showing you ads.
The solution users have found is to restore the television to factory settings and not reconnect it to the internet, but instead use an external device, like a Fire Stick or Apple Television.
Unbelievable. So if you use your television's smart television features, they're going to show you a bunch of ads, right? This is just one of those things.
To take control of your screen.
And it's not the only brand. LG, for example, also starts showing ads on the screensaver.
Is also showing ads.
This is an epidemic. It's spreading. Come on.
And watch out, if you thought that was all, no, hold on. Because look, I already made a video talking about this on Astro Turbo. But it turns out, guys, that Samsung is doing its thing too. Look, just check this out. An American bought a Samsung refrigerator and now he's forced to watch ads on his refrigerator.
Look, now ads on my refrigerator. Oh, that's great.
Incredible. Now there's advertising even on Samsung refrigerators. It's completely crazy. Guys, this is an epidemic. This is just the beginning. And listen, going back to the YouTube topic, please pay attention. Google has started the global rollout of mandatory 30-second ads for its app on TVs. The measure aims to make the streaming experience identical to traditional cable television. Key point 1. There's no escape. The 30-second ads replace the 2 consecutive 15-second ads that television usually has. Thus, eliminating the option to skip them, there will only be a 30-second ad which you won't be able to skip. UF optimization with AI. Google uses AI to decide when to insert these long formats, looking for the moments when the viewer is most relaxed on the couch. That seems fair to me. It encourages people to go premium. The strategy is clear. If you don't want interruptions like old school television, traditional television, you have to pay the monthly subscription. The exception, pay close attention to this. In countries like Vietnam, new laws coming in 2026 limit mandatory ads to just 5 seconds, challenging YouTube's global strategy. This news is completely real. Please pay attention. A new regulation in Vietnam went into effect last February 15th. It requires online platforms like YouTube and TikTok to ensure that ads can be skipped. After no more than 5 seconds, it's complete madness. And watch out. If any of you think that YouTube ads are annoying, it's because you haven't seen Twitch ads. Twitch is another platform that, oh wow, no, Twitch is crazy. They have the worst ads in the world. And it turns out that in Vietnam, they're screwed. No, with this Twitch isn't profitable. Not even close, it's messed up, it's finished, and watch out, because Vietnam isn't just any country. It's a country with over 100 million people, and it's currently probably the fastest growing country in the world. You can already get an idea of the massive impact this has had on many of these platforms. And watch out, a country with even more inhabitants has already taken the following measure. Indonesia, a country with more than 287 million people, in other words, the fourth most populated country in the world, just behind India, China, and the United States, has made a very peculiar decision. Pay attention. Indonesia is banning almost all social networks for minors under 16, claiming that they are addictive and harmful to children. This includes YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Roblox, X, TikTok, and much more. Let's see, even though it's true that those social networks are addictive, is this objectively true? The reality is that we already know very well what the Indonesian government wants to do: control its population. Period. In fact, here they confirm it. Indonesia has announced a ban on access to social networks for those under 16 years old. The deactivation of accounts will begin gradually starting March 28, supposedly to protect children. What's going on? It becomes one of the first non-Western countries to impose a country among the first countries. TikTok, Twitch, all these platforms are out of business in Indonesia, or, well, a big part of their business. What do you guys think about all this? It's completely crazy. I guess the traditional television business model is back. Ladies and gentlemen, see you at Imponers.